Hey guys, welcome to BLaugrana United. Welcome to another video, and I want to talk about the Neymar situation because it is very worrying. And if you hear the background in my screen, in the voice, I am so sorry because I'm at a hotel right now and there's construction nearby, so I'm really sorry. But going ahead with that, the Neymar situation. It is very perturbing to be hearing that the players are okay with going with the Neymar transfer, like giving the green light for the go ahead of the Neymar situation. And I think that is very worrying because Neymar should be never touching a foot again as a Barcelona player anymore, ever. Like, if you guys thought that I was aggressive with the Griezmann situation, I much rather sign Griezmann than bringing back Neymar. And I want to leave this clear right now. I think Neymar is one of the best players in the world, and I don't dispute that he's one of the best players in the world. But for what he did to Barcelona and what his transfer means, as the whole operation is involved, it involves definitely not bringing in Griezmann, who, if you put me to pick, I'd rather have Griezmann than Neymar. And I'll explain that a little bit on later in the video. And that also means getting rid of Ousmane Dembele probably. And so you're telling me that you're gonna switch Neymar for Dembele right now, who I know Neymar is better than Dembele right now, but I just wanna put it this way. You're gonna trade someone that's probably 5-6 years your junior for a player that's 5-6 years your senior, who is just, in my opinion, better than Dembele. But if Dembele was given as many minutes as Neymar was given to Barcelona, he could be better than Neymar, or at least to a similar level. It doesn't need to be better or worse, it needs to be similar to the level of Neymar, and it could be similar to the level of Neymar. So at that point, you're losing right there. You're losing a lot of time in age of what Dembele can give you. Now, with Griezmann is a player that can play off the wing and can play towards the center. So, and that's already better than what Neymar can give you, which is only a player that can play in the left wing or in the center attacking midfield spot. But in the center attacking midfield spot, only Lionel Messi could play in that position in a 4-2-3-1. So you're already losing dynamism in that way. He is 2 years older. Neymar is 2 years older, and he would come to Barcelona. That would definitely mean Malcolm out, Dembele out, Coutinho out. And in my opinion, Coutinho, I would much rather have Philippe Coutinho playing in the wing than having Neymar come back to Barcelona. And you guys might say that I'm crazy, that I'm anti-Neymar. I'm not anti-Neymar. I'm just anti-Neymar joining Barcelona. That's the only anti-Neymar that I have right now. I mean, I'm anti-Griezmann joining Barcelona, and I'm just anti-players that disrespected the club joining Barcelona and we allow them to join Barcelona, which in my opinion should be never allowed to happen. But if I have to choose between Neymar and Griezmann, I choose Griezmann. It's not something that I would do, but if I have to choose, I would have much rather have Griezmann, because at least Griezmann, he can play towards the middle, he can take minutes away from Luis Suarez, he can give a little bit of, help to Dembele to adapt to the team. And maybe that could be good for Dembele's own development. But bringing in Neymar, that is just, that's going to be a disaster. That could work maybe next season, but it's going to be a disaster because we're going to be elevating the wages, which we already have a problem with the wages as it currently stands. Bringing in Neymar would absolutely make it unbelievable. Like, to bring in Neymar, let's put it this way, to pay Neymar what he's paid right now at PSG, you basically have to get rid of Dembele, Coutinho, Rakitic, Malcolm. Can you really afford to do that? No, we cannot. And I know that the board, they do not want to sign Neymar. They're being asked by the players to sign Neymar because I know that after Neymar has Like, he's in legal issues with Barcelona right now, and the players are taking pictures with him. Like, that is a huge issue. It is not something that can be taken lightly. Neymar cannot be allowed to join Barcelona, period. It is not up to discussion. Like, this is not really my opinion. It's something that it should be as clear as day. Neymar should be not allowed to join Barcelona. It is not the right way of doing things. It has been never the right way of doing things. Like, Guardiola, when he was at Barcelona, he was asked to call Neymar, to give him a call to convince him to join Barcelona. No, that's not how we do things. How we do things is, hey, Guardiola, you asked for a profile of player. We have a list for you here. You decide who you want to bring in and who not. Do you want this player from... Do you want to sign, I don't know, a player from the Premier League that plays for Southampton, that is not very recognized, but you think he can do a good job for you, and we can do the signing? Then we try to make that signing possible, because the manager is the one that should take all the sporting decisions next to the sporting director. So in this case, it would be something between the lines of Valverde and Vidal, the only people involved in the transfer situation. Not Bartomeu, not Pep Segura, because I don't know what Pep Segura is doing right there. Like, he has those kinds of jobs that you don't really know what their job is. They're just there with a job that's not really being defined by the club and weird things. So it's going back to the Neymar situation. It's just not something that we can afford to do right now, and it's not something that we ethically should do either. Like, players like Neymar, he is one of the best players in the world. I'm not gonna deny you that. But if you're gonna sign one of the best players in the world for a similar age, on a similar position, you go ahead and sign Eden Hazard. He's 100 million euros for Chelsea. I'm sure that if you tell Eden Hazard, you are gonna be the next superstar for Barcelona, like you're gonna be playing next to Lionel Messi, you're gonna be playing at Barcelona, you're gonna have a lot of possession, you're gonna be playing with some of the best players in the world. Like, yes, he's dreaming to play for Real Madrid, but you could convince him to come to Barcelona, and I think for less than 250 million euros, like, Neymar's gonna cost you at least 250 million euros. We cannot afford to do that. If we do that, that's already not the leaked, and that means losing 4 players in a go. Losing 4 players, not being able to sign anything else. So there's a lot more work to be done at Barcelona than just signing a forward. And if you're gonna sign a forward, I don't want to sign Rodrigo either, because I think Rodrigo's a good player. But if we sign Rodrigo, Griezmann, Neymar, like, I don't know, Willian, like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? Like, we're not doing anything smart if we just keep signing players and players and players. We need to sign the right players, and we need to offload a lot of players more importantly. I want a shorter squad for next season, because that would be a lot more beneficial to us, because one, that lets us give our La Masia players continuity. Players like Abel Ruiz, like Ricky Puig, Oriol Busquets, Cuenca, Chumi, Miranda, all of those players are ready to be given minutes, even if they're slight minutes. But more importantly, players like Dembele, Suarez, Messi are going to be able all to play a lot more minutes. Like, put it this way, if there is 4 players for 3 positions in the forward line, or if there's 3 players, more likely, because there is Lionel Messi, who is going to play indefinitely in one of those positions forever, because he's Lionel Messi, but he's the exception to the rule. Then you have, like, the striker and the left winger for three players. You have Luis Suarez, you would have Griezmann, you have Dembele. Between those 3, you can perfectly rotate. They can all play 70% of the minutes of the season, and both Griezmann and Dembele can rotate with Lionel Messi. And if you need extra people in attack for some reason, you give Carlos Perez and Ruiz a chance, who I know already. And if you wanted to keep Malcolm, then that wouldn't be that bad, because you could actually give Malcolm some minutes of the season. But if you're gonna have 4 main players in your attack, then you can do that, and it will be fine. You can work perfectly fine in attack. Same thing goes with midfield. You have the likes of Oriol Busquets to substitute in defensive midfield. You have Sergio Roberto, who can play in all 3 positions in center midfield. He can play at right back. He can cover a right midfield, like he can play in a plethora of positions, and that will give him more than 60-70% of the minutes of the season. Arturo Vidal, Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong, Riqui Puig, Artur, Arena, all can play between the center midfield in the center midfield areas. Arena can play sometimes in the attack if he need be. I just want to say that there are options, and we don't need a big squad for this. Now, if we bring in Neymar, he's gonna want to play 95% of the games of the season, and that just cannot happen. He's been having injury problems. I don't trust in his legs right now, and I don't trust that his attitude is gonna be the right one for Barcelona because of what he's shown previously and what he's showing right now at PSG. He is a constant pain in the butt for managers and for the club. Like, he's going to Brazil, to the carnivals, to the sister's birthday, like missing like training sessions, telling the managers what they should be doing, who should be they buying. Like, it's just not right, and it would be a big mistake to bring Neymar back to Barcelona. I think that he's a fantastic player, and he had his chance at Barcelona and he wasted it. He decided to go to PSG and play in the Ligue 1 in the French league, and I don't know what he wanted to do, but he lost his chance at Barcelona. And I believe the Barcelona train only comes to you very few times in your life, and if you waste your chance, you might not get another one. And in my opinion, Neymar should not be given another chance at Barcelona. He will always be remembered as that player that he was great for Barcelona, but could have been a lot more. With all that said and done, leave me your comments in the comment section below. Do you want Neymar to come back or not? Do you think that he should be allowed to come back to Barcelona? With all that said and done, leave me your comments in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, BLaugrana's.